Alright, I'm out here working on the railroad anvil I got from the railroad tracks the other day. Knocked this piece of concrete off. Easy peasy. And I could have done that at tracks to save myself some trouble. I got this floppy disk here. 80 grit. I'm gonna go over this with it. See if I can get it clean up. This end here looks like it might be a little bit smoother than that end. I'm gonna have to do some grinding right there. I just want the top smooth. I'm not worried about the rest. I'll just wire wheel it and paint it black. Yeah, so let me have at it with the grinder and I'll be right back. Okay, I've been going at it for about 30 minutes with my grinder. I took my cutting blade and I think I'm gonna be able to cut it in half with my cut off blade. It doesn't have to be straight, but I'm gonna try and straighten that edge out. Never was good at cutting or drawing straight lines, but anyway, this is a very uneven surface along here. I don't think this train track was ever used for a train to be on it, so it's not work hardened at all. But it's very bumpity, you know what I'm saying? Plus it has a lot of pits in it from rust, and slowly but surely I'm getting them out. This area here is built up, and this area here is down lower. You know, it's like a horseshoe right there. So I've been working on that, getting it down. I'm going to grind these ends smooth because they have some rough edges on them. But I think it's going to turn out okay. It's just going to take a lot of work to get that smoothed down. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so I can work on it easier. We'll worry about this part later. But yeah, that's I don't know if that's 100 pounds. That's at least a good 50, 60 pounds. I'll tell you what, after I picked this thing up, I picked up a tire to move it out of the way. The tire didn't weigh nothing. But I'm going to go to Harbor Freight tomorrow and get I've been using that floppy disk on it, and it's doing pretty good, but I think I'm going to get a grinding stone and grind this down smooth, and then go back over it with the floppy disk. I think that's the best way to do it. So we'll continue after I go to Harbor Freight. Talk to you guys later. Alright, I hadn't been to Harbor Freight yet, but I went to the hardware store and I found this 40 grit disc, and it seems to be cleaning it up pretty good. Whew, it's kind of hot. I also went to Walmart and I found this. I'm going to give this a try because I was doing some research online. Apparently, yeah, it makes sense. This should be level, not rounded, because anything you hammer it on is going to give it the texture of whatever's on here, the shape. Also, I don't believe this was ever used as a train track, so it's not hardened, so it's kind of soft. A lot of people say you need to not anneal it, temper it, and you do that by heating the whole thing up and then cooling it down in oil, which I'm not going to do. Some people even weld a flat piece of steel on top, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to grind this off smooth and as level as I can using this and that and my 60 grit disc. And then I'm going to cut it off, square off one end, and clean the rest of it up so I can paint it. It rained on it and it got rusty again, but I've cleaned it off again this morning. So yeah, I'm going to put this on there and give it a go, see if I can level it off. Okay, I've been using the grinding wheel and I've ground most of the pitting out of it, trying to get it kind of level. Starting to look pretty good. And this has still got a little bit of a bubble right here in the middle and down here. I'm not too worried about it getting perfect, but I want it kind of flat, you know. Put the flappy disc on there and go at it and see how it looks after I smooth it out some. Alright, well I went ahead and cut this bad boy off. Polishing it up a little bit. That's where I cut it off. And this is the surface. You remember the surface used to look like that down there. Now it looks like this. And I just used the I used the grinding wheel, this grinding wheel, and just ground off all the pits on it as much as I could and kept it level. And I used the, well actually, I used the 60 grit to smooth it out. Went back over it with the 40 to polish it down some. Then I hit it with a 120 and a 240. I wish I could have went with a 500, but I didn't have no 500. Still got some fine scratches in it, but it's smooth, it's fairly level. This end's a little higher than that end, but it'll do for what I need it for. I'm happy with that. I think what I might do is either we'll wire wheel this real good and get all the rust off of it. And I've got some powder coat. I might try to powder coat that bad boy for the long haul, you know, and just leave the top surface smooth like that. But that's done. Sorry I didn't show you any of the work. It was a long, tedious process. It took me several hours to do this. But I'm gonna call it a day. My back has had it. I can't stand up more than 10 minutes at a time with my back. So back to the recliner. Oh, one thing. Reason people who work with metal wear leather aprons. My shirt caught on fire. Yes sir, I was going to town with this bad boy right here and grinding this end off for down here, trying to smooth it out. Next thing I know, my fingers were on fire, and that's because my shirt was sticking out. It was burning the hell out of me. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a thumbs up, like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Have a great day.